Today, we're going to be talking about not judging yourself when things don't go according to plan. So, I want you to imagine you took an entire hour and you planned out your week and you love it. Everything looks great. It looks amazing. Now, all you have to do is show up to do it. But then on Thursday, something random comes up and you can no longer follow your plan because you're deciding this other thing is more important, or this is more urgent, or this is something that I want to do instead of following my plan. And then I want you to think about the judgment that could come after. Like you never follow through in your schedule. You're never going to figure it out. Look, you're unmotivated. You're not committed. You're never going to be good at following your schedule. The rest of the week is ruined. Like whatever it is you're telling yourself. And I want you to think about how unfair that is to you. Because the person planning something on like Sunday or Monday, and the thing that randomly comes up, that person didn't know about that. But how we treat ourselves about it after is sometimes like expecting our past self to have known about that. Like, oh, the whole schedule's ruined. And then we start to judge ourselves for that instead of like, wait a second, we might have to adjust some things, but that makes sense because life is unpredictable. So sometimes things come up and it's not something that we need to judge ourselves for. It's just something we need to adapt to and roll with. And it doesn't mean that you no longer get to believe that you're someone that follows your calendar. It means that you are someone that follows your calendar and you honor the things that are most important to you when they come up. And that's what I like to think about when I look at my schedule or when something gets moved or when something gets changed. I'm like, do I like the reason that I changed this? And sometimes I do because it is something that I did decide because I'm like, you know what, this thing is more important than the thing that I scheduled. And also, sometimes I don't because sometimes I'm not following my calendar because I didn't feel like doing something or I wanted to just delay it or some emotions come up. And so I wanted to push it off. And so it's like really looking at those two things. Like, do you like your reasons? And then working with that. And then if you don't like your reasons, just figuring it out and solving for it and supporting yourself through it instead of judging ourselves. Because when we end up judging ourselves, we don't want to take action. We don't want to plan again. We don't want to keep showing up because it feels so terrible. But if you know that on either side of what happens, you're going to support yourself and you're going to talk nicely to yourself after, then it feels so much better and it feels so much safer. And I want to point out that just because you're talking nicely to yourself doesn't mean that you're not going to do the thing. Like it's like looking at how can I talk to myself in a way that is very nicely, that is very supportive, but also helps me reach those future goals. Because talking to yourself nicely doesn't mean you're like letting yourself off the hook from doing the things that will most serve you. But what it does mean is that you're supporting yourself in getting them done, not supporting yourself to not get them done. Have you ever wondered why certain tools aren't working for you? Like writing a to-do list or scheduling things on your calendar or coming up with like your top 3 things you need to get done. If you feel like this isn't working and I don't know why, it's because your brain is in control of everything you do or don't do. And so where we actually want to start is with our brain. How do I get my brain to do something that it doesn't want to do? How do I get my brain to do something that it's actually avoiding? How do I get my brain to do something that actually is going to move me forward, even when it really doesn't want me to move forward at all? Go to successbykayla.com to get access to this video now. Because when you get access to the video, you are actually going to learn how to solve for the actual thing that's the problem. It's not the way that you scheduled your calendar. It's not the amount of things on your to-do list. It's not that you didn't prioritize right. It's that your brain is working against you. And if you want to work with your brain so that it's so much easier, go to successbykayla.com to get instant access to the video now.